皆様、こんにちは。7回目の米アレコレチャンネルです。米アレコレです。今日は、あるサイトで2011年の、日本の大地震の前にどのような群発地震が起こっていたのかっていうのを話しているのを見つけましたので、それをシェアさせていただきたいと思います。すべて、この動画自身がシェアするのは多分10分足らずになると思いますが、もし前編をお聞きになりたい方は、excuse me、このリンクのところに行って、見てください。それで、流す前に、その部分、日本に関するところをシェアする前に、一応、あの、日本語での目次じゃないな。日本で文字起こしを、あの、できたので、これ一応書いておきます。それで、YouTube を止めて読んでくださればいいと思います。日本という一応な名前が出てきたところだけ全部ピックアップして、あの、ここにシェアさせていただきました。これが36分59。それで次でいろいろ書いてあります。言ってます。このダッチシンスっていう人はすごくぐ、早、早、早口で喋る感じなので、もしかしたら少し遅めにしたら、あの、もう少しよくわかると思います。ということで、多分40分までの間に日本について言ってたので、それを紹介させていただきます。それではちょっと動画を用意しますね。ちょっと待ってください。
Sky to basically move the bass speaker around and project very low frequency up, out, and away, or down and away from the plasma they create in the Earth's upper ionosphere using high frequency. So, down in the core of the Earth, you have something like lightning, but more powerful, and it's generating very low frequency, ultra low frequency that's coming up. And that's what causes earthquakes. The very low frequency, ultra low frequency that comes up and spreads out. So here we are. After the solar storm, we have a whole bunch of deep earthquake activity, and then we get a whole bunch of shallower, larger earthquake activity. And it's swarming. We're seeing huge swarms break out. Next step is large earthquakes. First we swarm, then we go up. It's like a breaking that happens first. Hundreds of or even thousands of small earthquakes strike. Smaller. So, for instance, here at the Indonesia Philippines border, hundreds and hundreds of fours and fives. Now, I issued a warning for this location to be on watch for a large earthquake this week. We did not get the large earthquake. Instead, we got this thousands of fours and fives. It's so much that it's going up off the screen just for the last day and a half. Here's the whole week. I can't even fit it on the screen. Look, slowing down earthquake 3D. It's so many. So, Philippines got hit. But it didn't get the large earthquake we got. Instead, if you took all these and added them together, it would equal about a 7, maybe even larger. Now, we could see a huge earthquake mixed in with this. When you get swarms like this, think of Japan in 2011. Japan in 2011 had something like this before it. In case you don't know, starting on March 9th in Japan in 2011, there was a 7.2 earthquake, which isn't that big for Japan. It created a 1-foot small tsunami down by Tokyo. No big deal. But then following that 7 was something like this. And it went on for a few days, maybe 2 days, and then the big 9 hit. But what was going on there? All those hundreds of 4s and 5s were striking along the plate boundary. Let me go show you the plate boundary over here in the West Pacific. There we go. Okay, let me make sure you can see this too. Hold on. Okay, you can see that good. So over here, huge break taking place in South Philippines going into North Indonesia. And if you look, you'll see red lines. These red lines move. So up here in Japan in 2011, 7.2 earthquake, hundreds of 4s and 5s broke out, going in a line a couple hundred miles up the coast of Japan. And then where it was going to, that's where the 9 hit. Down here to the south, we kind of have the same thing going on. We have a 5.9 and 6.0 range earthquake that kicked it all off or in the middle of it. And then hundreds of 4s and 5s going through here. I would watch everywhere from central Philippines, south into Indonesia for a potential extremely large earthquake in the next few days on one condition: if this swarm carries on. But if this swarm stops, which it does look like it's starting to calm down a little compared to where it was yesterday, if the swarm stops, I would look for 6.5 level activity to spread out from this location in all directions, even against our arrows, the normal flow. So like, for instance, over here at Papua New Guinea and over here at Indonesia and up here at Japan, I would expect for this energy to escape out, you would get 3 distinct sets of earthquakes on all sides of the plate boundaries from where it's occurring. Simply put, something coming up here, breaking here, I'd expect it to go north, east, and west following these red lines. And that would mean Java, Indonesia into East Timor. That would mean eastern Papua New Guinea. And that would mean South Japan at Kyushu, up to 6.5. So we'll see either one big large earthquake here at Philippines or 3 moderately large earthquakes, 6.5s, which if they strike in the ocean at 6.5, it's nothing at all. Nobody cares. I mean, it's a number on a feed. That's about it. But if it strikes on land, a 6.5 does matter. So I'm really starting to raise my eyebrows at the West Pacific. So keep an eye on it. Don't ignore the big swarm that's going on there. Let's go up into Russia and take a look up here. Is this China? Hold on. Russia, Eastern Siberia, Russia. So what is up here? Now, you see this? This is the plate boundary again. Maybe I should show you the USGS map that I keep showing you over and over again. See here? Going up through North Japan, past Japan, into Kamchatka, beyond Kamchatka, into Siberia. Then it goes to the North Pole, doesn't it? And it disappears. Look, USGS does not show you the actual North Pole on their map at all. They cut it off. You can't view it, no matter which way you try to look. You can zoom in, they cut it off. But I'll show you what's there. But this red line goes right up through here, and right out here is a supervolcano called the Gakkel caldera. I was mocked and ridiculed when I first saw earthquakes at this location, and I told everybody I thought it was a supervolcano. Now it's confirmed, and they've always known since 1999, they say. You guys remember when I found this volcano out there? Okay, anyway, let's go take a look and see where this goes. That red line, I mean. So that red line goes up and out of Siberia, up into the Arctic Ocean, and then makes a bend up here, but they don't show it to you. I wonder why. Well, we go up and out into the Arctic Ocean, and where we make our bend, they have this blocked. And this is where the supervolcano is, right here at the end or the start of the mid-Atlantic ridge itself. If you want to think of that, this giant crack goes from the supervolcano down through Iceland, down across the mid-Atlantic, all the way to the South Pole. The mid-Atlantic ridge, it goes up through Iceland, and then it makes a zigzag and up across the Arctic Ocean through the Gakkel Ridge, and dead ends into the supervolcano there. But the actual plate boundary, I mean, goes this way. You don't see it here. We have to go back to the USGS map. The actual plate boundary goes back down through Siberia and meets up with Japan all the way back down here where our H-shaped plate boundary is. And look at what's going on with the earthquakes here. So right here, I would watch. Again, we already got the 6.5 going on, but I mean right here where it comes out and goes up into, what is that, China, North Korea. The Russia, China, North Korea area might get hit. Let them know Dutchsinse says hi. Do I have any viewers in North Korea? I better not. Get in trouble. So let's wrap it up. Large earthquake activity is due in the 6.5 range or 7.0 range, depending on what happens here. Does it spread out? or does it strike with a large earthquake? Large earthquake would be in the next day or two. It wouldn't even be that long. So if it's going to be a large earthquake, I would say it would be by tomorrow or something, like really soon for a large earthquake. But if we get to tomorrow and this swarm is still taking place, or if it dies out, then I'd watch for 3 6.5s as the energy spreads out in all directions. It's like throwing a rock in a pond, and the pond is contained in where these red lines are, and you throw a rock in here, you would expect the wave to spread out in all directions following the shorelines or something, right? Oh man, what an update this is. So
ということで、一応、ここに書かれている内容のところだけご紹介させていただきました。改めて、すべて、全部の40分以上の、あの、これも出してほしいっていう方があったら、コメントに書いてくださればと思います。ということで、今日はこれで、終了させていただきます。皆様、良い一日をお過ごしください。サブスクライブと、いいね、高評価と、拡散もよろしくお願いいたします。それでは、次回まで、次回にお会いするまで、皆様良い一日をお過ごしください。バイバイ。Thank you.